So it is day 29, and honestly I don't know what to talk about. I've been productive this morning. I wrote, or at least tried to write a script for an upcoming video, and after lunch just been playing some games. Wasn't really productive at all. But to be fair, I did set today to be like a slower day since I've already shot and edited another video earlier in the week, Monday and on Tuesday. So today's Wednesday, like it says on my shirt. And today is supposed to be like a slow day. And yeah, even though I already wrote the script, today is supposed to be a slow day. I don't know why, but I still feel bad about not being productive for the latter half of the day. Anyway, I honestly don't know what to talk about today. I mean, I have been doing like lots of musical or audio tech related kind of reviews, so maybe let's talk something music related. I talked about the genres of music that has shaped my life, but I don't know. I just don't, not that I don't feel comfortable talking about it, I just don't know if today is the time to actually talk about it. Maybe today I'll talk about my it's not my relationship with music. It's technically about the sound quality that I expect to listen to in my music. I know some people are like audiophiles who prefer like the best audio equipment to listen to their music. Some people just don't care as long as they can listen to their music. Well, I guess I'm quite in the middle. Well, leaning more towards the audiophile side, but centric in the sense of it all, you know. And I don't know. I think it was ever since I was 16 or 17, I guess, that I got a taste of what I thought at the time was the best sound quality that I've ever heard. It was on a pair of fake Beats headphones. I'm sure if you live in Malaysia, you'll definitely know what I'm talking about. At the time, Beats were really popping up, and everybody wanted a pair of them. And the real deals were obviously really expensive. So, what was a high schooler to do? Well, obviously, get a fake pair. And I don't know, it wasn't like out of the box the best sounding headphones, but I knew that I might be able to squeeze just a little bit more out of them. So I downloaded an app, an equalizer app from the Google Play Store, and fiddled around with the bands. And I guess magically I got a taste of, at least to me, what something or what I desire from my music quality. It's hard for me to describe actually, because I'm not that musically adept. I don't know all the terms. I just dabble sometimes. You know how it is. You watch some YouTube videos and you think that you know everything, but once you once you stop watching, all that knowledge, all that information just gets thrown out of your brain. So I guess I can't really explain it too detailed or too deeply, but I'll try my best. Anyway, for me personally, I want something, or what I'm really looking for is that sound separation. I know there's a specific term for it. I even talked about it in a previous video about a pair of Snowski headphones. I don't know why, but things just get thrown out of my brain pretty easily these days. I forgot what term it is, but it's basically like sound separation. Like you could discern where certain sounds are coming from, and that's what I'm really searching for. It's not really spatial audio, because sometimes spatial audio is just like it just puts them randomly. When I turn off like spatial audio or Dolby Atmos or whatever, I still want to hear that. I don't want the sound separation to be too wide, or else it's too difficult to actually discern. I want it like this, or at least this, like a 145-degree angle, 100 and maybe most is 160-degree angle. No, that is like too much, but I don't want something like 3D. It's fun sometimes. Obviously, it's fun because you know some sounds are coming from behind you, but I don't want it to be, if that were the case, I don't want it to sound too far. I want it closer to me. And that's the main thing that I've always been on the lookout for when I try to buy new headphones or whatnot. And then there comes the like graph. People, I don't know why people put the flat graph on a pedestal, and yeah, it's not wrong, but obviously I guess it's subjective at the end of the day, because I just find it a bit too boring, that flat graph. I initially thought that I would like it, so I have bought a few headphones that people have said that have flatter graphs, and in the end I ended up just tweaking the EQ just to get more bass and more treble out of it. And it's not the headphones fault, it's just my personal preference at the end of the day. Anyway, so I like that a more fun sounding type of headphone, like the bass and the trebles are raised up just a slight bit, and the vocals, I still want to hear a clear vocal, but I don't really mind if the bass or if the treble is slightly higher compared to the vocals at the end of the day. What I really hate though is muddy sounding headphones or earbuds. I really hate them. Not only is the sound separation almost non-existent, but all the sounds just blend into each other, and it just doesn't sound good. I can tolerate something that doesn't have bass, but you can still discern certain sounds. You still know that it isn't muddy even without the bass. And I can withstand sibilant sound if it's not muddy, but if it's like too jumbled up together. I just don't like it personally. And the thing is, some headphones actually do it pretty great, pretty good out of the box, and some do need some work with the EQ setup and all that. If you ask me what are the certain headphones that I've tried and I've really liked, well, one of the best combinations that I've tried was VE Monk IEs. So Venture Electronics Monk IEs connected to the Poco F1, and I forgot, like, I tuned the EQ really weirdly on that one, because initially before I tuned the EQ it sounded really muddy, and I was really disappointed that I wasted like 15-20 ringgit on that pair of earphone. But I decided to just try and tune the EQ, and was I really glad I did that. Everything sounded really clearly. I miss that combo. The bass, you wouldn't know it just from the size of the drivers, but the bass, you could really hear the thump. You know that feeling when, just imagine like you're thumping your chest. You can feel it in your ears, like pop, pop, pop. There's like a sub bass or deep bass. Then the sound separation. Oh, I could hear, like, for example, Joji's Sanctuary, Give Me Love. Joji loves to layer his voices in those tracks. He did it so much that I just, when I listened to those two tracks on that combo, on the Monks and the Poco F1, I could hear almost all of the voices that were layered. It wasn't sibilant as well, so the treble sounded really nice. Maybe I could have tweaked it a bit back in the day, but everything sounded so clear. I could discern where the bass is came from boop, boop, here. Then the voices, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all harmonized. I could hear the different harmony of the voices. That was the second time that I actually felt like, this is bang. It's not even an IEM, mind you, it's just a pair of earphones. Now this is really good bang for your buck type of audio equipment. I know most people look down on it, and don't get me wrong, they're not 100% wrong, because you do really need to work on the tuning on that, on the EQ tuning, because when you get that out of the box, I was really disappointed. But once I tuned it, really nice. And it doesn't stop there, even for like rock singles or rock albums. Like, I listened to Folie à Deux by Fall Out Boy on it. Could really hear the thumping, the drums. And then I think it's also because the Poco F1 had a really good DAC on it, a digital analog converter. because when I plugged a, it's not a Samsung, it's a Superlux HD, I forgot HD what, plugged it into the same phone, it wasn't as good as the IEMs, but the sound separation was better because it is an open back pair of headphones, even though it closed my ears fully, but it is technically still open back, so the sound separation was much better on that. But there were certain parts of like the bass that just didn't hit quite as well as the Monk IEs. Unfortunately, I switched phones and couldn't replicate the sound quality. Oh, was I disappointed. And until this day, I couldn't really 100% replicate what I got with that combo, with that Poco F1 and Monk IE combo. And I've already given that phone to a family member, so can't really use it again. And because the Monk IEs do have like mediocre at best build quality, I guess some of the copper wires that it has already broken, because I didn't baby it. I simply wrapped it around my fingers, put it in my pockets, put it in my bag, and I guess it's technically broken now. Because even on a laptop, even on an Oppo phone, Oppo Find 2X, Find X2, even on my Galaxy Fold 4, and I guess I haven't tried it on this phone yet, but I guess it will still be the same, that I can't 100% replicate the sound that I got from it, and it bugs me. Other headphones or other earbuds that I have gotten close are my Realme Buds Air 5 Pros. A mouthful to say, a mouthful of a name, but it just doesn't hit the same, since it is like a wireless pair of earbuds and they are technically IEMs. So it doesn't have that like open nature to them. So it just doesn't hit as close. The sound separation isn't there as well. I could get glimpses. I guess the closest, really closest, were a pair of KZ ZEX Pros, the ones that they collaborated with Critical. But again, because they were IEMs, the sound separation wasn't there. The openness, the open experience wasn't there, so couldn't get a 100% match to the Monk IEs. But who knows, if I can get the phone back someday, maybe I'll try it again. I don't know why, but the DAC on that thing was really, really good. Other DACs just can't really touch it, I guess. That combo was really special to me. Yeah, so now I am in the process of like testing cheaper earphones, earbuds, whatever you want to call them, and I will have more reviews coming soon. And I don't want this channel to be mainly talking about audio equipment, but since those are the cheaper options that I have to actually review and talk about, I guess this channel will be audio related for the time being. Well, at least budget audio related. Anyway, so that is day 29.